Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what kind of energy constructs would Weapon Ultra make. In case you guys don't know who Weapon Ultra is, I highly recommend that you check out my video called Who is Weapon Ultra? Now, for those of you who do know about Weapon Ultra, then you know that he has the ability to create constructs made of quantum energy that he draws from this infinite realm of energy known as the Ultra Zone. Now, there are a number of superheroes in comics who create energy constructs, many of which are members of the Green Lantern Corps. While these heroes have the ability to create anything they can imagine, their energy constructs are normally themed based on their respective interests, personalities, and talents. Let's go over a few of these Green Lanterns and talk about why they make the constructs that they do. Jon Stewart is a Green Lantern who was a member of the Marine Corps and is an architect. So his constructs aren't hollow like most Green Lantern constructs are, and his constructs are normally themed around military weaponry. As you can see in this image of Jon Stewart, where he's holding these really thick, massive guns. A lot of times he's creating things like guns or tanks, things that he remembers from his time in the military, sometimes advanced to extreme sci-fi heights, as you can see in this particular picture. Next up, we got Kyle Rayner. Kyle Rayner is a Green Lantern who is also an artist, so his constructs are very creative and varied. He has some of the craziest constructs that you'll see in DC Comics. In this image, it looks like he's created a bunch of clones of himself, but it's not just him creating a bunch of clones of himself. Each one of these constructs is like a different version of him from throughout history. So you get to see all these different costume variations between his different iterations, which is really cool. He's also done things like created constructs of kaiju that breathe out green flame, and he's trapped enemies inside of giant ball-shaped constructs, and then made a giant pinball machine around his enemies, and then made a giant version of himself to play the pinball machine to beat up his enemies. So Kyle Rayner is always thinking of new and crazy ideas for his constructs, so they're always really cool. Next up, we got Hal Jordan Green Lantern. So Hal Jordan is a pilot, so his constructs are normally themed around fighter jets. So it's fairly common for him to create jet-shaped projectiles, or for him to create a jet-shaped construct around himself. In this particular image, he's not only created a jet around himself, but he's also created a series of support jets, and as he flies through the city, he can essentially drop bombs and fire missiles from all his different jet constructs. Next up, we have Simon Baz, Green Lantern. So Simon Baz is really into cars, so a lot of his constructs are normally themed around creating over-the-top vehicles. But he doesn't just create the outside portion of a vehicle. His knowledge of cars is so vast, he actually starts from the internal components of the car and then builds his way outward. So as you can see in this image, he thinks about how the inner workings of the car would operate, and the car kind of builds itself out as he's imagining it, which I think is really cool. But as you can see, even though these Green Lanterns could essentially create constructs of anything they can imagine, instead they create constructs themed around their respective interests, personalities, and talents. So with that being said, what types of constructs would Weapon Ultra make based on, his occupation, his interest, and his personality? Well, Weapon Ultra is a CIA agent and a skilled martial artist. So I imagine many of his constructs would be themed around spy gadgets, drones, and martial arts weapons. So I could see him summoning batons and swords. He could summon earpieces and special goggles that allow him to see at further distances. Anything that you could imagine James Bond having, or a ninja having. I could see him using his energy construct abilities in order to create those tools for him on the fly whenever he needs them. But what are your thoughts? What types of constructs do you think Weapon Ultra would make? If you could make energy constructs, how do you feel like your interest and personality would influence your constructs? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and continue this discussion by messaging me on Discord. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. It's your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, logging out. Peace guys, chicka da cow.